and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, it's very important for me to let you know the kind of distinguished guests we're going to have with our Dutta. Now, the next dignitary we're going to be meeting is one of India's finest tennis players. 12-time Grand Slam champion. When he serves aces, you can't touch the ball, and superb up the net as well. But most importantly, he's a super hands-on father. Please give a round of applause for Mahesh Bhupathi. My friends at the back, I can't hear your noise. Come on. Hello. Now I'd like to invite on stage two dignitaries who are sitting right in front of me. I look up to them so much. Two leading experts in pediatrics and diet and nutrition who will give us the benefit of their professional insight today and tell us how PediaSure can help kids grow. Ladies and gentlemen, thunderous round of applause for Dr. Indu Khosla, practicing pediatrician at Cloud9 Hospital, and Dr. Kande, HOD Nutrition and Dietetic Department of Sir H.N. Reliance Foundation Hospital. Can I have both of you on stage, please? You know, if you clap louder, you might get some extra shots of cookies and cream, which might come your way. If you want that. Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am. The mics are yours. You know, when I think of PediaSure, cookies and cream, my mouth is watering already. Are you going through the same as well?
Well, kind of.
You are. What about you, ma'am?
I would love to taste it.
You'd love to taste it, but I'm going to take first preference because I'm the little boy here, okay?
Sure.
All right. First of all, ladies, privileged to be on the same platform as you all. Why is it important for parents to ensure that they have their child's nutritional needs met?
So when I talk about children, we know that children grow very rapidly, especially in the first 2 to 3 years of life. That's the very rapid phase of growth. And then, of course, comes the later on when they get into pre-adolescence, 8 years up, and then when they grow. The first 2 years are especially more crucial because 80 to 90% of brain growth occurs there. So any malnutrition at that point of time can actually affect mental growth, which is extremely important. All of us want intelligent children, don't we? So therefore, nutrition is extremely important. Also, with the current lifestyles that we lead today, Mom's working, father's working, very little time for kids, family time for eating together is kind of dwindling. So how do we inculcate good habits in children? We inculcate good habits when we all sit down and eat together and eat the right kind of food. But if the pop is ordering a pizza and says, kid, you eat the fruits and vegetables, it's not going to happen, right? Yeah. So that's another thing, that with dwindling times for children where the parents could actually give quality time, kids have become a more picky and more fussy eaters. So therefore also, we need to take care of their nutrition. We also have children with special needs, like I'm sure with Mahesh Bhupathi with us, a lot of children are doing sports today. So they have more needs, and they need to have more proteins, and they need to have less junk and more proteins and carbohydrates and the correct kind of nutrition. So all these reasons, we really need to be very particular about children's nutrition.
Wow, ma'am. Well, I'm the father of a 2-year-old, and for me, I'm going to grasp a lot of knowledge from you as well. So you're going to be like my encyclopedia. I'm going to be a good boy writing down notes because my daughter's out there. I'm going to be actually looking out for her in our conversation. What about you, ma'am? Do you feel the same, what ma'am says right now?
Yes, sure. I do feel the same because kids at different age require different nutrients. And at every stage, if it's on us parents to provide that nutrient to the child, because what we offer the child is what the child is going to consume. And, you know, it's not that then we offer the wrong foods and then we want to wean them off the wrong food. So rather than weaning them off, you know, what we have offered wrong in the first place, rather we teach them the right things right from the beginning. And that's when they inculcate a good eating habit. Their behavior are, you know, in the first place right itself.
Thank you so much, Doctor. Of a performance. Okay, when I came here, I met these cute bachas practicing some dance moves, which I tried myself, but they're far superior to what I can do. Ladies and gentlemen, they are stalwarts in their own right. They can beat Prabhu Deva sir, Michael Jackson, everybody. Give it up for the star performers for tonight, the Bacha Party! Tali bajaiye, sir. Sir, you can smile, sir. You have a lovely smile, sir. I love you, sir. Feel like a child. दोस्तों ताली बजाओ यार, they'll get motivated, man. All right, my bacha party. Are you ready to rock and roll? Say yes. Gentlemen, give it up for Lara Dutta, Chef Keisha and Mahesh Bhupathi. That was super, wasn't it? Hello Mahesh, how you doing? Good to see you. Hi Lara, long time. I love you, Lara. Hello my young friend. Okay, hold on, Bacha Party. Hold on. Can I request you all to just come? Guys, we all want to feel like a child. So I want all of you to stand up, all my lovely media friends, bloggers, everybody, mere munde log. I want you all to teach a dance step to all the uncle and aunties here. Are you ready? Give me a high five, come on. Yeah. Beta, yahan pe mujhe high five de do, beta. Love you. Okay, so who's going to show them that move? Oh, sorry, beta, I forgot. Sorry, I love you, yaar. I love you. Beta, kitne pure din? We can't keep giving high fives. Acha, you're going to show. Okay, come in front. Everybody, I want all of you to practice this with me, yeah? Okay, tali bajao unke liye, yaar, my stalwarts there. Okay, brother, slowly, yeah? Uncle, aunties, understand a little slow, you're a sharper. Okay? Step number 1 first. Aise. Pouring. Beta, step dikhate raho, sab khasme. अच्छा दोस्तों आपको और फोटोग्राफ अपॉर्चुनिटीज मिलेंगे माय फ्रेंड्स आई रिक्वेस्ट यू प्लीज सिट डाउन और आपको मिलेगा चांस ठीक है आज एक फोटो कर ले क्या इनको आ जाओ लेट्स डू द फोटो ऑफ आइए एंड देन वी शैल मेक श्योर इट हैपेंस कम हियर विद द किड्स वी विल डू वन फोटो ऑफ थैंक यू बाबा गेट इन द पिक्चर प्लीज थैंक यू गिव इट अप फॉर द लिटिल किड्स adorable kids. Chef Keisha, who is 8 years old, a YouTube sensation. He's been on the Ellen DeGeneres show. Mahesh Bhupathi and Lara Dutta. Boys, kids, do a pose now. I say, come on. Yeah. Fun pose, everybody. Come on. Look there. Now I request our photographers to please take their seats. वहाँ पे आपको और भी shots मिलेंगे, बहुत chances मिलेंगे भाइयों. Thank you so much. A round of applause for our photographers. They work so hard for all this. Thank you so much. Sir, और photos आपको चाहिए? आ जाओ, आ जाओ, आ जाओ. और पास आ जाइए, आइए. Thank you so much. My photographers, are you happy? Thank you so much. Round of applause for them. They're people who really work hard. Great guys working around the clock. Okay, now, you want to show them a move quickly? All right, my mamas, everybody, people in the audience, get up, get up, get up. Let's do this move with them. Everybody, come on. My little kid brother. अच्छा और शूट करना है क्या फिर? ठीक है. आप ही डायरेक्ट कर लीजिए जो हमारी मैडम के लिए तालियां प्लीज. बहुत अच्छा, वो भी बहुत मेहनत करती है. थैंक यू. Okay, brother, you show them move, you can sit and do this, okay? Quickly, start. 1, 2. Give it up for the kids, thank you so much. Bacha Party, we love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's a great move. Lara, you loved it, right? Thank you so much.
Next movie.
Next movie, they're stars already. Please. Thank you, kids. Thank you. ताली बजा दो यार, दोस्त है हमारे ये छोटे. थोड़ा हाँ. You know this little kid over here, let me tell you, like I told you earlier as well, he is a dude, 8 years old, YouTube sensation. He's been interviewed all across the world, has done the best recipes. A round of applause for this Chota Packet Bada Bomb. Thank you. Okay, now, he has made something very delightful, ladies and gentlemen. It's a surprise for me. It's a surprise for you, all of us. It's been specially made by using our PediaSure cookies and cream. So can we have those lovely shots as well, please, ladies and gentlemen? In the meanwhile, here you go. Ladies and gentlemen, the official unveiling of our mega product, PediaSure cookies and cream. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. What we've been waiting for. PediaSure, time to grow. Cookies and cream flavored PediaSure is packed with 37 essential nutrients, which takes care of a child's growing height, weight, and energy requirements. 2 servings, morning and evening, of PediaSure go a long way towards building immunity, physical and brain development in children. Even if your child is picky or fussy eater, with this new flavor, which is just delectable, they will definitely enjoy it. Ladies and gentlemen, you will get a sample of it very, very soon. This is the official launch. We're so excited. And we're going to get a sample very, very soon. The child prodigy, Chef Kicha. Yeah, all right, you want the sample? I request to come here. So, okay, this has been created by Chef Kicha himself. And it's got a lot of ingredients which are very special, but obviously has PediaSure cookies and cream. You can also try it, brother. There you go. There you go. So here goes. Cheers to everybody. The landmark occasion. Thank you. Prepared by our chef. Cheers. Cheers. Here you go.
Wow. I love that. Does our audience have any? The audience.
They will get that as well. Thank you. Thank you. Can I have this?
Their mics are not on.
Our mics are not on.
Mine is.
My mic is not
हाँ जी. आ जाओ.
Hello, hello, hello. My eye.
Ladies and gentlemen, please use hashtag time to grow. Abbott PediaSure. What a lovely shot that was, my friend. I really, really enjoyed it. I'm sure Lara and Mahesh really want to talk to you about this as well. Huh?
Yes.
You want the recipe?
I'll give you the recipe for sure.
You have to give all of us the recipe, or not only
Yes.
Lara, yeah.
I'm going to give it to the whole world.
You will, huh? You're not going to be secretive about it, no? Can I have the mics, please, as well? Thank you. Can I have the mics?
Okay, where are the...
Thank you. Here you go.
This is going...
Thank you. Lovely.
Yeah, where should I...
Yeah, please take your seats. With the champion in the middle. The champ, Chef Kicha. So, you know, you've been raving about it even while you were having a shot.
I really actually want the audience to get a shot of it. You know, you have a lot of these shakes and things like that that sometimes look and sound better than they taste, but I have to be honest, and you'll taste it and you'll know this was absolutely awesome.
Thank you very much.
So I want to know, because I struggle, I have to be very honest, Siddharth, I'm not the greatest of cooks, so I struggle to get things for my daughter that she's willing to put down, so you have to give me the recipe to this.
Yes.
Yeah? But you have to tell me what was in it, because I tasted lots of different things.
Yes. I added 1 cup of milk,
Yeah.
3 tablespoons of caramel syrup,
Ooh. See, those are the catches. Okay.
1 small banana,
Yeah.
and my special ingredient, 3 tablespoons of PediaSure cookies and cream.
Wow, round of applause. We got the secret recipe, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Mahesh, I know your mouth is also watering. I mean, if it was up to you, you would have finished the whole tray. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, and anything with cookies and cream works with my daughter and in my house, actually. We all have a sweet tooth, so great job.
No, please, I'm correcting that. 2 have a sweet tooth. And they call each other also, by the way. The father and daughter call each other the cookie monsters. So this is perfect.
But tell me, if there are cookies and cream, like a PediaSure cookies and cream out there, who's going to be attacking it first? Is it going to be Mahesh or your daughter?
I'm going to have to fight them both off. Obviously, this is meant for Saira, but I have a feeling that the father might be digging his hands into it as well.
Superb, yeah. So listen, Chef Kicha, before you go, you want to say anything else? We're going to get you back later to our lovely audience.
Yes.
So I hear you're going to be making some dessert as well later.
Yes.
Yeah? So you better save us some.
Yes.
Because by the time,
I'll save it for you and your daughter.
Oh, please, mine. Okay. She'll love it.
Are you going to save something for me also or not?
For everyone.
How good. Such a giving child. Thank you, my little prodigy. We love you. We're so proud of you. Give it up for the young master. Whoa, I love his energy, man. Thank you. There you go. Love you, little brother. So now joining us on this panel discussion will be Dr. Khosla and Dr. Kande. Can I request you both to come on stage as well? Give it up for Nari Shakti, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, get
Now
someone
for
in to
Ramaswamy.
just raise that chair a little bit.
Anikal.
There you go.
It's nice to meet you. Pleasure. Yes, I remember.
Okay, Lara,
Yes.
always good to see you.
I know. Look at you. You're like, I saw you from backstage, by the way. Full on. All in
full on,
white.
huh?
It's like summer.
Oh, I'm trying to match up to you, yeah? I hope Mahesh wasn't getting jealous when you were looking at me.
No. He's old hat at this.
You know, but I'm so happy. Like I said before, I meant every word. You guys are so accomplished professionally, but most importantly, you're a super mom and you're a super dad, and I know how much you dote on your child. Tell us what parenthood has genuinely taught you, and how prepared were you when you first kind of took it on?
I think no mother with their first child is really 100% prepared for parenthood until it happens to you. And it's pretty much something that you learn on the go with each day. It doesn't matter whether your child is 1 day old or whether she's 21. It's constantly evolving, and each parent's experience is totally and completely different. But yeah, it's been a wonderful ride. My daughter has been literally my life's greatest teacher. And I can promise you she's pushed all the limits as possible because she's at that age right now. She's pushing to see how far she can go before mom erupts. But it's fun and it's wonderful. And Hesh is an amazing dad. He's very hands-on. I don't think I gave him a choice. He had to come home right from the first time he saw her and start changing diapers and taking over feeds and things like that. So he's pretty good and a pretty good hands-on dad.
You know, I'm a father of a 2-year-old girl. Her name's Adhira. She's 2.5. I'm a champion at changing diapers.
See?
So, you know, Mahesh, if I give you 1 on 10, 10 being the highest, how would you grade yourself on changing diapers? 10 being the highest.
No, I think I got to a stage where I could do it in my sleep.
Plus, we didn't have any accidents. I think that's a good barometer to check.
How much would you give him on a scale of 1 to 10?
No, he's a 10 on 10 on changing diapers. Like I said,
Superb,
no accidents.
man. Well done. I could figure that out, you know. All right, Dr. Khosla, in your opinion, is there a particular age when kids grow really faster?
So it's the first 2 years of life. So if I were to give you real technical details, so a baby who's born anywhere between 2.5 to 3.5 kg at birth doubles her or his weight at 5 months and triples at 1 year and makes it 4 times at 2 years. So I think this is the fastest period of growth. And after this, the next spurt of growth is in your pre-adolescence, like somewhere from 7, 8 that they start growing and then they continue to grow. All of us grow till age 35. And if after that, if we continue to eat, we are in the negative phase of life, so we get our pot bellies. So growth is till 35, and then the body gets into catabolism.
So good. Since I've not crossed 25 yet, it'll take me another 10 years, ma'am.
So you can eat.
Yeah, I can eat.
Cookies.
Mahesh can't eat, yeah?
I can drink cookies and cream.
You know, Lara, your daughter is growing up. How do you kind of ensure that she maintains a healthy diet and is not kind of gorging on junk food, chocolates, and colas?
You know, the minute you have your kids, everybody becomes an encyclopedia on your child. So everybody wants to advise you. I mean, everyone, your mom-in-law, your sisters, your sister-in-laws, like the world, your friends. So obviously it was try and test to see, because your child is not going to do things like other kids did it. So for us, from a very young age, especially from the time that she started solids, you know, the whole thing was don't start with something sweet. So actually, my poor child, the first thing that she ever had was an avocado. But on the other hand, it helped her develop a really good, healthy relationship with vegetables. And so today, I have to be genuinely and say, honestly, I don't have a problem with cider. She's a good eater. I think that's my greatest blessing as a mom. And yeah, it's trying to find that balance where you don't deny a child treats, but you just try and find smart ways of sneaking in some healthy things while you're giving them a treat.
Wow. You know what? I think you should write a book on this now, yeah. Lara, that should be your next book. Really, I mean, your daughter's trained you so well.
As she has.
Mahesh, you know what?
I think I would add a point here. She's really very nicely put it. So children develop taste buds anywhere from 6 months onwards till in their first year of life. And if you introduce the correct kind of foods, and if you introduce vegetables, and all the fruits that you want to, and the cereals that you want to introduce, and if it preferably being home-cooked food, at 1 year, your child is all set, and you're not going to have any problem. It's like forming a blueprint on the baby's brain that what is correct to eat. So I think
what we call it
Lara
as eating from the family pot. You know, so they eat what everybody else eats at home.
Yeah, I see that happening with my daughter as well. Whatever I eat, she wants, they're only saying, Appa, eat, I want, that's what.
Yeah, you become a role model, right? So they want to eat what you are eating.
Correct.
And if they see you eating that as snacks, they will eat the same thing.
Yep.
Wow, you know what? You're getting a lot of brownie points from the doctors as well.
I know. I feel so good. I feel validated, because a lot of times mothers only feel guilt. So now when I hear that I'm doing something right, it feels great.
How many mothers over here feel guilty at times? Put your hands
I feel
up.
guilty all the time. Yeah.
So many of y'all. Wow. So are you feeling validated right now? Superb. Thank you to our doctors as well.
Yes.
You know, Mahesh, you know, they say child's health and diet is predominantly a mother's domain. Now, how do you ensure you remain hands-on and involved in your daughter's growing up with really good food habits?
No, I think like, just said, I think we try to set an example ourselves. I think, Saira, we make it a point to keep her life very active. She plays tennis, she goes swimming, she does dance. So we have to make sure that it's very nutritional, her diet, and, keep the fruits and veggies coming. When Lara and me want to binge, we make sure the binge is after 8:30 when she goes to bed. So she's not,
so she's not witness to it.
not watching us eat chocolates or pizza or ordering McDonald's or whatever it is. So yeah, we have to make an effort ourselves, otherwise it's not going to happen.
So also one important question out of curiosity. So when she plays tennis, does she beat you 6-love, 6-1, 6-2, 6-3? How is it? What's the score that she beats you?
Not yet. Hopefully in 10 years.
I'm sure it's going
But she's already competing. She's 6 years old. She plays tennis almost 5 times a week. And she's starting to develop muscles on her arms. So every day, mom is being told, Mama, feel, Mama, feel. So then mama has to feel. And the next question is, when am I going to beat daddy? I was like, oh my God, I hope that never happens. My daughter gets bigger than my husband. That would be a disaster.
Mahesh, I think you're getting very insecure. I can see it. He knows in his head he's going to get beaten up very soon. Are you feeling insecure about that?
I'm used to it.
With all the ladies beating you, huh? All right. Doctor, mango. I mean, I live mangoes. I breathe mangoes. Summer season is for mangoes. In fact, I sometimes feel like a mango. I eat that so much, Lara, you know. But what happens if your child does not love that fruit, which is the fruit of the season? So what do you do then?
See, when you look at from the child's angle, the first thing that the child would like to see in a food is taste. When you look at the particular food from a mom's or a nutritionist angle, I would look whether the food has got every nutrient that is required for the growth. So what predominates the child's choice of food is the taste. Children they're not born with varied taste, and it's on us parents to introduce them to a variety of taste. Now, mango per se is not the fruit that has got all the goodness. So I would say is introduce every fruit in a different way. So if the child wants to eat every other fruit, it's fine if the child doesn't want to eat just mangoes. Because what you can do is you can hide it in different ways and feed it to the child. The reason being is that to develop a taste for the flavor and for the texture. So it may not only be mango, it could be various other flavors and textures which you are asking your child to learn and develop it, so that the child does not grow with not knowing a particular texture, flavor, smell, and all the feelings. Because development and growth is not only of height and weight, but it's also your sensory development, and that is the most important aspect when looking at a particular fruit, may not be only mango.
Ma'am, I have a very important question. There's a fight that my daughter and me have. If there are only 2 pieces of mango left on the plate, and I want both of them and she wants both of them, who should take them?
The daughter.
Even my wife is here, she supports her, yaar. Lara, you support me, should I have those 2?
At all. You don't look also. You could do without having 2 more slices of mango. Siddharth.
Don't do this, yaar. This is going to go in a few seconds. Don't worry, yaar. Thank you for supporting my daughter. And I really adore...
Siddharth, there is, if I would throw this question to the audience. So, as she very rightly said, that children do not have all tastes, and you have to nurture them and develop them. Can you make a wild guess that how many attempts you may require for a child? Say, for instance, your child did not like mango. So, how many attempts that you may require so that the child starts loving a mango? Make a wild guess.
1.
If it would be so simple. Yeah.
Who said 7? Put your hands up. 7 attempts.
Okay. So statistics say for babies or children to develop a new taste, it may take anywhere from 8 to 25 attempts.
Wow.
So if your child says, no, I don't like mango, so leave it at that time. Don't get stressed about it. Maybe a week later, try it again, don't give it up. Change the way, camouflage it, change the shape, involve the child in making of the particular food if your child is not liking it. And this is how you make children develop a variety of tastes and variety of food eating habits develop. Right?
Actually, pressure does more damage, than good. So do not pressurize the child to consume a particular food if the child is not willing at that moment. Allow the child to choose what he or she wants to eat. That's most important.
But I'll still take those 2 last mangoes.
No, you won't.
Come on, yeah. I'm your friend, man.
No, you won't. Will you run that extra mile after eating the mango?
No, I'll sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. That's the difference.
Okay. This question also comes to my head. Nowadays, kids are so much into technology, television, computers. Like my daughter plays a lot in the park and in our gardens. But I find that at times when she's eating, she needs to watch the iPad, even if it's about 15, 20 minutes. And otherwise, she's free-flowing. What happens? How do you ensure that your daughter is not glued on to the television or the computer? How do you handle that?
So, we have some rules at home, and mom is pretty much the one that enforces the rules. Dad bends them a little bit. But we have, I think for me, a lot of it also stems from the way that I grew up. So obviously when we grew up, at first there was only Doordarshan. Then satellite television came in the early 90s. So then you had more to watch as you were a little bit older. But meal times for us were family times, and we sat on the table and we ate our food together. And if we wanted to watch TV, it was finish your meal and then you can go back and watch television. So it's difficult in today's day and age, especially with working parents, because it gets so much easier to put an iPad or your phone or any kind of screen in front of your child, and then the child is at least, entertained or occupied, and then the food is kind of going in. But the problem for me is that if I wasn't feeding my daughter and it was my help who was feeding her, then the child has absolutely no interest or no awareness of what is going into her body. The food is just going in. There's no awareness of whether I'm full or not. So the child is being overfed most of the times. So the rules were very clear that there is no screen time on the table. It doesn't matter if we're out at a restaurant or we're back at home. My child is not going to watch a screen. But that's an individual, and I don't judge anybody about it. That was just an individual decision. And I have seen many times that sometimes it is, where you have a lot of children, and like I said, all children are different from each other. So you have a lot of children who it makes sense at least to get their attention to sit there for that amount of time if they have something that they're watching, which is fine. But limiting that amount of screen time, also, so Saira is allowed to watch half an hour of whatever screen time she wants. It could either be the iPad or the television or combined, but it's half an hour a day. And that's it. And she's pretty good with keeping to that.
Wow, or watching dad win on the big screen as well.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. You can watch half an hour of daddy's match and then go to bed. No.
What if it's a crucial match going on and then you say, no, आधा घंटा खत्म निकल जाओ?
She's not there yet where she understands that it's that crucial kind of a point or not. So half an hour of watching dad's match right now, in any case, for her is a really big deal. So that's about it.
Okay, my last question before we throw it to our friends from the media. How can parents ensure that the child's nutritional needs are met, especially during summer vacations, when, the meal time kind of goes for a toss, people don't stick to the lunch time or dinner time? How does one do that?
Summer is a time for, not following routines. It's different. So the kids are going for some classes, swimming and various things. And what you see is the child is so engrossed in that particular activity that they forget that they got to eat. They forget that they're hungry. And when the activity is done and over, and suddenly they feel that, oh, now I'm very hungry, and just give me something to eat. And that's the point to catch, because that's the moment, if you do not give the right food at the right time, they will reach off to their comfort foods, which is mostly the junk foods. Okay. And there is where you can introduce your good, healthy snacks at that time, because that's when the child will be able to accept what you are giving. So I think, choosing the right food at that right moment is very important.
So even I feel, I want to say something, Vila. I want to eat. Can I have PediaSure cookies and cream now?
Yeah, I'm sure. They're going to have some shots being given around, no?
Of course.
You know, but the thing is that your child is never going to come to you and say, oh, I'm really hungry, mama, give me PediaSure cookies and cream, right? All they're going to come and say is, I'm hungry. But if you're giving them a product, especially with an ingredient that to them, in their brain, is triggering the word yum, it's more chances that that's going to go down and be enjoyed so much more. So for us, honestly, as parents, products like this, like PediaSure cookies and cream, is a lifesaver because you're ensuring if it's that one thing that your kid is having, you're making sure it gets the right amount of nutrients, so you're at peace as a mom. Plus, they like it, so it's gonna. I mean, if they're gonna have a shot like the way Chef Kicha made it, I mean, I can promise you, Saira's gonna be coming back not just for the daily recommended doses, she's going to keep coming back for more. So, I mean, it's fantastic. And it's a lifesaver, really, honestly, for parents.
From now on, even in parties, I'm going to only have these shots. Yeah, done for sure. That's my party drink also now, yeah. Okay, listen now. I'll be very happy if my friends from the media who are there who are smiling, I really love your smiles. Thank you so much. Round of applause for you guys. I love the spirit here. Come on. Yeah. So just lift your hand up. Our volunteers will come to you with a mic. If not, we can hear your voice, and then you can shoot questions to our dignitaries on stage. Good afternoon, ma'am. How are you?
I am fine. Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Lara, मैं जानना चाहती हूँ कि इस समर वेकेशन के लिए आपने अपनी डॉटर के लिए क्या स्पेशल प्लान किया हुआ है?
देखिए नॉर्मली समर वेकेशंस एंड विंबलडन कोइंसाइड्स तो वो सेम टाइम पे रहता है तो नॉर्मली हमारी समर वेकेशन आधे वक्त हम लोग यूके में रहते हैं और बाकी वक्त हम लोग यहाँ पे इंडिया पे रहते हैं तो जैसे महेश ने कहा सायरा बहुत ही फिजिकल लड़की है वो बहुत स्पोर्ट्स करती है वो टेनिस हफ्ते भर में 5 बार खेल रही है शी ऑल्सो डज जिम्नास्टिक्स और शी लव्स स्विमिंग तो समर वेकेशंस में ऑब्वियसली उसे ढेर सारा वक्त मिलता है ये सब चीज़ें करने के लिए और जहाँ पे हम लोग रहते हैं बिकॉज ऑफ विंबलडन हमारे घर के बाहर पीछे ही बहुत सारे टेनिस कोर्ट्स हैं तो महेश और सायरा इनफैक्ट रोज़ जाते हैं समर वेकेशंस में एंड दे प्ले फॉर 1.5 hours a day उसके अलावा वो स्विमिंग करने जाती है उनके साथ तो देर इज़ नॉर्मली नो रूटीन और थिंग्स लाइक दैट और बच्चे भी काफ़ी एक्साइटेड है हर साल एक ये होता है कि इस बार ममा हम समर वेकेशंस के लिए कहाँ जा रहे हैं क्या कर रहे हैं बट इट्स ऑल्सो इम्पॉर्टेंट जैसे कई बार हम लोग उसे एक्सपीडिशंस पे ले जाते हैं लास्ट टाइम वी टुक हर टू सी फॉसिल्ड क्लिफ्स यू नो तो इट्स ऑल यू नो सॉर्ट ऑफ आउटडोर एक्टिविटीज़ उन्हें बहुत कम अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ मिलते हैं यहाँ पे मुंबई में स्पेशली जब स्कूल की रूटीन चल रही है कि वो आउटडोर कुछ करें तो वी ट्राई एंड मेक श्योर दैट व्हेन वी आर ऑन हॉलीडेज दैट वी आर डूइंग इनफ फिजिकल आउटडोर स्टफ विद हर
तो जब आप नेक्स्ट टाइम हॉलीडेज पे जाएंगी हम भी आपके परिवार के हैं
बिल्कुल
ये लोग भी है हम सबको ले जाइए प्लीज
ऑफ कोर्स एक्चुअली आई वाज गोइंग टू से कि अगर मुझे कुछ लिखना होना चाहिए दैट शुड बी इट लाइक child friendly activities on holidays where you should go and what you should do I'm a pro at that
you won't charge me for this information na
no for you free
अरे I love it यार
move
क्या बात है next question please हाथ उठाइए कहाँ पे माइक जाएगा
हाँ लारा मेरा प्रश्न आपसे ये है कि कई बार बच्चे कुछ खाने से मना करते हैं और आपकी बेटी के साथ भी कभी ऐसा हुआ तो आपने उससे कैसे मनाया
नहीं ऑफ कोर्स बहुत बार बच्चे कहते हैं कि नहीं मम्मा मुझे ये नहीं खाना है या वो डेक्शी ढक्कन उठाकर देखते हैं लंच के टाइम में क्या यही बना है यू नो सो वी हियर इट ऑल कि मुझे ही नहीं खाना है बट आई थिंक आपका जो अप्रोच रहता है एज अ पेरेंट व्हाट इज़ योर अप्रोच टू फूड अगर आप भी फंसे हो अपने ईटिंग हैबिट्स में मैं ऐसे मम्मी नहीं हूँ जो सिर्फ सैलेड्स खाती हूँ तो मेरी बेटी भी नहीं देखा है कि नहीं मम्मी सिर्फ सैलेड्स खाती है तो यही अच्छा है मैं भी सिर्फ सैलेड्स खाऊं तो इट्स इम्पॉर्टेंट कि आप जैसे हम लोग पहले भी कह रहे थे कि आप अपने बेटे या बच्चे के लिए बेटी के लिए रोल मॉडल हो तो आपका क्या रिश्ता है खाने के साथ वो बहुत ही अहम और ज़रूरी चीज़ है आपके बच्चे के लिए भी तो सायरा बोलती है कि नहीं मुझे ये नहीं खाना है तो ठीक है मैं कुछ और तरीके से उसको वैसे कुछ मिला के उसको दे देती हूँ जो वो खा लेती है बट आई थिंक all moms do this you know they just find a way to sneak the good things in
वाह लगता है महेश भी खो चुके हैं वो खाने के बारे में सोच कर मुझे मालूम है आई कैन रीड योर माइंड यू ओनली थिंकिंग अबाउट दोस
थिंकिंग मेरा लंच कब होने वाला है आई नीड अ PediaSure cookies and cream shake
आई नो महेश यू ओनली वांट दैट यू आर हियर ओनली सो दैट यू कैन हैव दैट यार ऑलराइट नेक्स्ट सवाल कौन पूछेगा प्लीज
I have the mic with me Vijay Shankar here how are you
Hi, Vijay Shankar.
How are you asking me, him, who?
All of you.
All of us.
We are all
I'm
fine.
good.
Thank you. Nice to see all of you together after a long time. Well, Lara, you just mentioned that you're very particular about not taking sweets.
Yes.
So, you know, when both Mahesh and your daughter, when they have something which is very lovable for you, how do you manage, how do you control?
No, I'm not. It's not that I'm not particular about not taking sweets. I'm blessed. I don't have a sweet tooth.
Yeah.
It's a big difference. तो वो मन में इच्छा ही नहीं आती है कि मैं ये pastry खा लूँ, कि मैं वो chocolate खा लूँ. So my likes are, you know, a little bit different, which also bring their own complications. But like I said, Mahesh and Saira both have very big sweet tooths, especially my husband. तो अगर उनको चॉकलेट वॉकलेट खाना हो, जैसे उन्होंने कहा कि वो 8:30 बजे के बाद खाते हैं ताकि his daughter has gone to bed and so he can get away with it. But I have known my husband where he's lost a match and he's eaten 2 huge slabs of chocolate on his own, or like 5 chocolate chip cookies. And I know what's happening, so I try to close and have a blind eye to it and say it's okay, it's once in a way, it's fine. But I don't find it that difficult. And if I want to indulge in something, I will. It's just that I don't have a sweet.
What is your normal diet that you maintain?
See, maybe my husband is better to answer this. I'm 98% vegetarian. So I actually struggle more with my protein intake than anything else. But I'm Punjabi, I love food. So I eat, I'm open to eating all kinds of food and everything. And for most people who know me as a foodie. So food has been the least of my problems.
Thank you so much, sir. One question per person, 2 questions more to go. Then we will get back to delicious lunch and a lot of things that will be served. So the lady here in white, ma'am. Okay, there's a lady in white too. Okay, you and then her. Okay, I love you. You've been smiling all the afternoon here. I'm a fan of yours. Ma'am, what's your name?
Sonia. Hi, Lara. You're looking lovely.
Hi, Sonia. Thank you.
I'm also looking lovely, yeah.
Yes, dashing.
Mahesh is also looking lovely. Sena, tell Mahesh also something, no?
Absolutely. So I wanted to ask you, what kind of nutrition needs do you focus on for your daughter?
See, I think for me, quite rightly, as discussed over here, the formative years are the primary growth years. So it was to make sure that she was getting, the right balance of vitamins, minerals, as in foods that she would be willing to eat. So we've never stopped her. I've never said, oh my God, I'm going to put my child on a low-carb diet. Genetically, Saira has an athletic body, so that's a blessing. But at the same time, she's a tall girl, so she's, so sometimes kids, when they really kind of, just have a growth spurt and they really grow really quickly, they can actually get quite thin. So she was a big baby, but as she grew, that worrying thing was there, oh my God, is she getting too thin? But like I said, she's growing muscles, So these are the things, especially for a child who's genetically has it in her to play sport. It's to make sure she's getting her calcium needs, going in. It's to make sure she's getting the right kind of food from vegetables, the right amount of fiber going into her, also the right amount of carbs and the right kind of carbs to burn. So she's not going to understand the difference between sweet potato fries and French fries right now. It's like anything that says fries is like a yes, So it's finding, I can't win the battle all the time, but I'm making sure that I win the battle at least 70% of the time.
Talking about your daughter's muscles, so Sunny Deol ka 2.5 kilo ka haath is going to be her slogan now, yaar.
No, I'm hoping I'm going to have a Maria Sharapova on my hands. Nice, tall, slender, who knows?
Arey wah, I'm going to be your daughter's biggest fan. Last question, PR people told me, but ma'am, I promised you, it's going to be a quick question. Meri zaban ka sawal hai, okay? Thank you, ma'am. Please. Arey, round of applause. Last question, yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, ma'am.
लारा मैम, अब मैं आपसे पूछना चाहती हूँ कुछ स्पेशल, कुछ आपके पास पेरेंटिंग हैक या कोई टिप जो कि आप 2 से 6 साल के मम्मी पापा को दे सकें, क्योंकि मेरी 2 बेटियाँ हैं, एक 3 साल की, एक 2 साल की, वो लोग बहुत बदमाश है, तो मैं कभी कभी सोचती हूँ कि मुझे कोई ऐसा हैक कोई मिल जाए जो इजीली कर सकूँ मैं. आपके पास कुछ हैक?
मैं भी रिलेट करता हूँ. We shall talk, don't worry.
नहीं, those are difficult years, क्योंकि जब आपके बच्चे इतनी छोटी हैं तो एक तो उनका अटेंशन रखना बहुत मुश्किल होता है. And Like I said, यार मैंने कोई tried and tested वाली hack नहीं है मेरे पास जो मतलब उस वक्त चल गया ना, it was like a revelation कि wow it worked, तो मैंने उसको उतने ही बार आजमाया जितने बार वो चला, फिर उसके बाद उसका भी असर निकल गया, तो फिर मुझे वापस सोचना पड़ा कि अब मैं क्या करूं. So it's just, I wish I could say कि आप ये करो ना तो मतलब मामला class, but it's just, it's I think for me most important चीज़ ये थी कि मैंने अपने बच्ची से कभी जैसे वो छोटी बच्ची थी वैसे मैंने उससे कभी नहीं बात किया. तो I always spoke to her as an adult, so I not as in considering her an adult, but I always maintained that I was mom. तो वो छोटा सा ना अच्छा मेरा बेटा बेटा कैसा है, that I didn't do that with her. तो it got to a point where as a girl वो अब कुछ भी बहुत ही reasonable है. आप actually सायरा के साथ reason कर सकते हो, and I could do that when she was 3 years old. कि बेटा I know you want to do this, but look, that is how it is, and I don't mind. We'll do this later, but this is the way that it has to be now, and it has to be like this because with a valid reason. She got it. Today it's so much easier dealing with a child, even if she's running around in a restaurant, to reason with her ki there's a reason why you can't do that, and that's something that you need to understand. This is what the reason is. So I found that really helped me.
Thank you so much for talking to me like an adult also.
Thank you, Siddharth.
I really
Thank you.
appreciate that, absolutely. All right, we're done with our questions.
There's one more. Are we allowing it?
Can we do one more? There's one.
Last,
Okay, chalo, I love this.
last.
Dildar ho tum yaar.
Last one.
All right. Please stand up, the lady. Shoot your question, man. Raise your voice. It's okay. How do you ensure your kids have green veggies, which are very important? Dr. Ji, aap boliye.
I would think that whether it is green veggies or whether it is a brown veggie which is not tasty, the rule applies for everything. As the first point I told you, it takes time to develop taste. So keep trying, don't stress yourself. Try once, try twice, leave it for a week, try again. If it doesn't work like this at 5 to 7 attempts, then you involve your child in either buying the vegetable, making the vegetable, and in creative ways. Say, for instance, you say, today is a green day. So whatever we cook will be green. So come on, take it out from the fridge. Okay? Or today is a square day. So whatever we are going to make is square in shape. All right? So we cut everything in square, involve your child in it, and then, of course, when you're sitting in the table where everybody is eating it, the child would be, would also like to taste it. If after doing all these attempts, the child still doesn't eat, don't stress. Give your child time. Okay? Nothing happens over a day. Rome was not built in a day. When you carried your baby, it took 9 months for your baby to come out. You may have wanted to see your baby's face early, but it didn't happen. So don't stress. I feel you have to give children your time. Between the age of 2 and 6 to 7, children are very picky eaters. The reason why they are picky is, first of all, their rate of growth is slow. It's not like the first 2 years. So the requirements are slow. They're exploring the world. They're jumping, dancing. That is their priority, and not food. So don't stress yourself. In fact, I am today more worried about obesity. And between the age of 2 and 7 and 8, when actually the requirements are less, and as Lara just said, that the child started looking thin and tall, that's what is happening to them. They're growing this way, not that way. All right? So you just leave them. And because since if you force them at that time, you are going to actually land up with obesity. Physical fitness is the key to getting them to eat more. So if they are more physically agile, they're going to feel hungry and they're going to eat. So work on that. Today's children, the screen time, I want to leave you guys with a message. I wanted to talk at that time. So the recommendation for screen time for children below age 2 is 0. Is 0. No TV, no iPad, no phone, no nothing. And if kids eat while watching the TV, you're doing it all wrong. Even at the cost of children not eating, please don't use these electronic nannies. After age 2, the recommendation is 30 minutes. And trust me, it will go down, not increase with time. We are seeing a lot of children with learning disabilities, and this is happening because of too much excessive use of screen. So I wanted to leave that message for this audience.
Thank you so much. I love you. Give it up for all our dignitaries on stage and the lovely people in the audience. I request you all to please stand up. Can I have our chef Kicha as well? One photo opportunity with our doctors, my friend Mahesh, Lara, and Chef Kicha. We love you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Coming up with something very interesting which he's going to be cooking up for you. Remember, use the hashtag #TimeToGrow on social media. Make us trend. Support us. Remember, it's have PediaSure cookies and cream. Ladies and gentlemen, please